Now switching jobs won't be so easy. Supreme Court's verdict changes the game for service bond rules. Imagine this: you join a new company, receive training, and the company invests time and resources in you. But within a few months, you receive a better offer and jump ship to another company. Then one day, a legal notice lands at your doorstep. Your former employer claims you've violated the service bond and now owe them 2 lakh rupees. You wonder, is this even legal? Can they really demand that? After the recent Supreme Court ruling, the answer is yes. Companies now have a legal right to recover money under a valid service bond if the employee leaves prematurely. This judgment provides major relief not just to private firms, but also to public sector undertakings. Today, we'll discuss this development in detail. But before we dive in, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an important update. Now, let's begin today's discussion. On 16th May 2025, the Supreme Court of India delivered a landmark judgment that has reshaped a long-standing debate between employees and companies across the country. This ruling directly impacts millions of young professionals who consider switching jobs every 2 to 3 years as a path to freedom and career growth. That freedom may now come with legal limitations. The court made it clear, if a company provides training to an employee, it has the right to ask them to sign a service bond committing to a minimum period of service. If the employee breaks that bond, they are legally obligated to repay the cost of training. This decision signals a new era of accountability and discipline in India's corporate culture. The case centered around an employee named Prashant Nanavare, who was working with Vijaya Bank. At the time of his appointment, he signed a service bond agreeing to serve the company for 3 years. The bond clearly stated that if he left early, he would have to pay 2 lakh rupees as compensation. However, Prashant resigned before completing the term, and the bank demanded the amount as liquidated damages. When the matter reached the Karnataka High Court, the decision went in favor of the employee. But the Supreme Court has now overturned that ruling, declaring that the service bond is not just a formality, it's a legally enforceable contract, and breaking it comes with financial consequences. In this landmark ruling, the court stated, the employer-employee relationship is no longer limited to pay and work. Today, this relationship is deeply intertwined with factors like technical skills, reskilling, Industry 4.0, and international talent mobility. In such a scenario, if an organization invests in an employee, provides them with training, and expects their services for a specific duration, it is not unreasonable. This verdict signals that India is now aligning itself with nations that offer legal protection to ensure workforce stability. This decision comes as a major relief, especially for companies in sectors like IT, banking, pharmaceuticals, and technology, which have long complained that they spend lakhs of rupees to train employees, only for those employees to leave within a few months for better opportunities. Such early departures cause a double blow to companies: first, a loss of investment, and second, disruption to client projects. This ruling not only encourages companies to continue investing in employee development, but also gives them confidence that such investments will be protected. On record, 𝐮𝐲𝐿, who appeared in the Supreme Court for this case, stated that the verdict strikes a balanced approach. It neither grants unchecked power to employers nor takes away the freedom of employees. The court essentially said that if a company has imparted a specific skill or training to an employee and expects a certain period of service in return, it is a fair expectation, but companies must ensure the terms of the service bond are rational and clearly defined. This is a significant step toward greater transparency. Dubey added, it is now clear that a service bond is no longer just a formality on paper. The court has validated its legal standing. Employees can no longer afford to ignore such bonds and resign without consequences. This ruling will foster a culture of mutual accountability and transparency between employers and employees. He also emphasized that companies must now draft bonds in legally sound and comprehensible language to avoid future disputes. However, the ruling has sparked mixed reactions. Some view it as a restriction on employee freedom, while others see it as a step toward greater discipline in the industry. Critics argue that it may weaken employees' bargaining power, making them hesitant to pursue better opportunities. On the other hand, supporters believe this will bring a new level of seriousness to employment and encourage companies to invest more in employee upskilling. This verdict will not only impact current employees, but also thousands of students and freshers who are still in college and preparing to step into the corporate world. From now on, they'll need to consider not just the salary, but also read the terms of the service bond carefully before accepting any job offer. This shift will be felt across all levels, from HR policies to campus placements, and may reshape the very culture of future employment. Given the long-term implications and legal recognition of this ruling, it is likely that in the coming times, the terms of service bonds in contract letters will become even more robust, explicit, and legally sound. Companies will now be more diligent in documenting training-related expenses to ensure they have strong legal backing if a dispute reaches court. This may mark the beginning of a new corporate regulatory framework in India. On one hand, this ruling provides relief to companies that have long struggled with talent retention. On the other, it sends a strong message to employees that switching jobs cannot simply be a decision driven by career growth. Employees must take ownership of their decisions and treat their contracts seriously. This is a necessary step toward fostering discipline and maturity in the workplace.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.